Okay, that is all for now. Hello everyone, Treecks here. No, I don't want to... Don't have enough rupees for that. But anyway, welcome to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Last time we did the first dungeon in the Dark World, we saved the first maiden, who also gave us a little bit of background story. We now know we are dealing with Ganon, master of the Dark World. And he's actually the one responsible for creating the Dark World in the first place. And he's the one we need to stop. But anyway, we left the Dark World by moving onto that island for a heart piece, but as you can see, it's inaccessible to us now. So our portal is out of reach. And we can't use the mirror in the light world, as you can hear. Whenever I try to use it, you'll hear a sound indicating we cannot use it. The mirror is only a one-way trip out of the Dark World, not out of the light world. So you may wonder, what if I can't get back to the Dark World because of my portal being out of reach? Well, remember where the very first portal started? Agahnim opened the portal to the Dark World at Hyrule Castle. That is our ticket back into the Dark World. Whenever we try to enter Hyrule Castle from this point onwards, it actually no longer is Hyrule Castle. It works as a portal to the Dark World. Just head through the gate and we warp to the Dark World. This is our way back in case you, like with me, have a portal on a location you can't reach anymore. Don't think you're locked out of the Dark World. Hyrule Castle is the true portal to the Dark World. But it is of course not completely open yet. Agahnim intends to create a larger opening in order to give Ganon access to the Light World so he can conquer it once again using the Triforce. But we are here to stop that before he gets the chance. But before that can be a thing, we need to save the 7 maidens. Their powers are required. And before we start working on the second one, let's go explore this place a little bit. This is a new area. It is actually where our house is in the Light World. Interesting to see how it looks in the Dark World. Oh, there's a dude here. He turned it into a bomb shop. This is our house. What the hell are you doing here? He sells bombs, as you can see. Interesting. Our house is just a bomb shop in the Dark World. More on this place later. It's going to be more important later on. But for now, just remember, it's a bomb shop. Let's go see what we find over here. Because of course there's more stuff for us to collect. Go away. Okay, next up, this location over here. Remember when I told you whenever you find suspicious areas like circles in the Dark World to use your mirror? Well, here we have a circle of bushes. Suspicious enough for us to use our mirror. And this will once again take us to a location in the Light World we cannot access normally since it's higher up. But there's still something here. A cave. And it contains a heart piece. Thank you very much. And that's all there's here, just a couple of pots containing some recovery hearts, nothing important. But okay, unlike last time, this time we do still have access to our portal, so use it to return to the Dark World. If it isn't obvious, whenever you use the mirror to return to the Light World, it will always leave a portal on the location you entered the Light World from. But okay, next up is this little secluded forest area over here. It is present in the Light World too, but we couldn't really do anything there quite yet. But I think now that we have the magic mirror, it's time to finally take a look at this sacred grove, as it is officially called. Let's go take a look at it in the Light World first, because that's going to be a little bit more important context-wise. Ooh, there's a boy playing a flute here for the forest critters. Oh, critters seem to be afraid of us. And the flute boy also disappears. Apparently it was just an after image. He was never really here. Remember the old man in the Kakariko village inn who talked about how his son was missing, how he played the flute in the forest? I think we found him. If we move to the same area in the Dark World, we will actually find him, because of course he is here. of course also transformed because of the power of the Triforce. But here he is. After wandering into this world, I was changed into this shape. Back in my world, I played my beloved flute all day and night. There was a small grove there where the animals would gather when I played. I would love to see that place again. Before I came here, I buried my flute there, along with some flower seeds. Will you try to find it for me? And I will. Then I will lend you my shovel. Good luck. You borrowed the shovel. You can dig in many places. Do you dig? Bad joke, Nintendo. Bad joke. But anyway, we receive a new item here, the shovel, which we can use to dig, and dig more. Every grass-like tile in the overworld we can actually dig up, and randomly some items can pop up. And this is actually something you can use to find certain things. There's only one use of it in this game, and that is actually to find this guy's flute. As he said, he buried it before he came here, so therefore it is in the light world. Along with some flower seeds. So if we start digging where some flowers have grown, like up here, we can actually dig up his flute. And there it is. Oh, here's the flute. Its music surely has some mysterious power. I almost get trampled by a big bird. Yeah, the cutscene of him playing for the animals and him vanishing also still plays. Even though we already knew what happened. Sir, I have your flute. Thank you, Treecks, but it looks like I can't play my flute anymore. Please take it. But if by chance you go to the village I lived in, please give it to a tired old man you will find there. Well, my mind is getting hazy. Please let me hear the sound of the flute one last time. And he will turn into a tree completely, therefore saying he ends his life. Sad story, but it does give us a flute. And that is actually required for something. It's not necessary to have it now, it is going to be required later on in the game, but for now it's pretty handy to have too. Because it has one major use in this game. So let's return to the light world for that. Immediately get ambushed by soldiers that apparently we spawn in the middle of. Let's just go to Kakariko in the light world. In the dark world we are blocked by dark rock anyway, so it's the only way to get there. Let's go to the light world and make use of our newly gotten flute. He told us to give it to a tired old man, he basically means his father with that, but trust me, I'm not going to want to do that. We're going to use this flute ourselves. And for that we want to go to the middle of Kakariko. There should be something here. Yeah, here it is. The wind vane of Kakariko. We have been seeing this when we passed through here. But this is not just a wind vane. If we play the flute here, something mysterious will happen. It will break, and a bird will come out of it, and it will fly off. No explanation. So I will do it myself. This bird is actually our way to warp in this game. Whenever we play the flute, this bird will come and pick us up, and we have the ability to warp to one of 8 locations on the world map, as you can see. So no more reset warping, this is the official way to warp in this game. 8 locations throughout all of Hyrule, as you can see. Kakariko village also being one of them, the one we are right now. Easy way to cross through Hyrule. Very handy to have. Like I said, not required right now. All of the locations we can walk to, so not really required. But one of them actually is one we can't access by simply walking, so it's going to be required later on. But for now, that location we can't really do anything yet. So let's make our way here first, because there was actually something we could not pick up earlier, but we got the hammer in the previous dungeon. So now we can explore this place. Let's first take a look at the house we find here. Oh, it seems to be a blacksmith. A dwarven blacksmith, to be precise. If my lost partner returns, we can temper your sword. But right now, I can't do anything for you. Okay, apparently there are two of them, and one of them seems to be missing. But do remember this, apparently they can temper our sword, make it even more powerful, but as long as this guy is alone, he's not able to help us. But anyway, we got our hammer. Like I explained, we can actually do something with this over here. Just fall in here and we'll enter a cave. We actually have two exits, but don't take the left one because that will lock you out. So head north first and we'll find this mysterious thing over here, this altar. Let's throw some magic powder in it, because why not? Oh, what do we have here? Hey, blast you for waking me from my deep dark sleep. I mean, thanks a lot, sir. But now I will get my revenge on you. Get ready for it, if that's okay with you, sir. Oh, you're trying to be something evil, but apparently you're not, since you're way too polite for that. I laugh at your misfortune. Now your magic power will drop by 1/2. Congratulations. Now do your best, even though I'm sure it won't be enough. Have a nice day. See you. This guy thinks he's cursing us by making our magic drop in half. But making our magic drop in half basically means he doubled our magic. All of our magic attacks only use half the magic now. So basically we have double magic, so it's still an upgrade, even though this guy makes it sound like it is not. This is actually the way in this game to double our magic meter. And that's all we can do here. So let's move out of here. We have double magic. Okay, and let's move towards our house, because it's the easiest warp point to access Dark Portal in the Hyrule Castle. We can also move back to the warp portal we left behind near the Sacred Grove, but I don't think it matters too much. It's basically the same distance. And I actually want to explore some things at the northern end of Hyrule, because there's actually something I'd like to show off. Remember how in the Light World there's actually a bridge here that connects to the northern end of Hyrule? The route towards the sanctuary, you might say. As you can see here in the Dark World, that bridge is actually non-existent. Therefore, the northern end of Hyrule, connecting to Death Mountain, the Lost Woods and Kakariko Village, is actually not accessible, as you can see. Not even from the south, because of a rock. Some different means are necessary in order to reach that point of Hyrule. Let's go show off how that works. Because there's actually a thing about portals leading towards the Dark World. You might have seen that already at Death Mountain, the first point we used in order to enter the Dark World. The portal at Hyrule Castle is actually not the only portal leading towards the Dark World. There are more. These blue warp tiles that we have been seeing, this block I can't lift. So I need to go the other way around. I know we can still reach it, but the short route towards it is apparently not accessible yet. I did not quite remember that, but we can go around it. If we move towards the westernmost entrance to the Lost Woods, we can actually go to a place we have not been to yet. First of all, it was not accessible, since it once again makes use of wooden pegs to close off the location, but since we have the hammer, the wooden pegs are no longer a problem. Okay, we're here. Like I said, wooden pegs, but no longer a problem. Just hammer them into the ground. We get access to this location. And if we lift this rock, we'll find another one of these blue portals. Another alternative way into the Dark World. And it is for right now the only way we can get to the northern end of the Dark World. So make use of it if we want to be here. And for now we actually want to be here because there's actually... The tree is alive. It's moving. What the hell? Quit bothering me and watch where you're going when you dash around. Hey! The trees in this world are rude. But okay, we reach Kakariko village in the Dark World, which is actually the town of thieves. Nothing but thieves running around here. There's actually something we can do here already. And it involves this house actually, which has a treasure chest above it, as you can see. This is a minigame house in this world. A lot of treasure chests. And we can play a minigame involving them. First we need to pay rupees, because as you can see we cannot access the chests normally. Only if the minigame is active. You can open 2 chests for 30 rupees. Will you play? Yeah, I think I have to, because there's actually a prize we can win here. Paying 30 rupees will give us the opportunity to open 2 chests. Random prizes can be in them, rupees, arrows, bombs, and a piece of heart. So we need to keep on playing this game until we find the randomly placed piece of heart, because yes, random placement. Don't think you can just remember which chest had it the previous time we went through here. Every single time the contents of the chests will be shuffled around. And we need to play this game over and over again until we win a piece of heart. It can be annoying, but you can also get lucky and find it quite quickly. Third try, okay. I can remember sometimes it taking a lot longer. But okay, that is actually what we want to grab here. Next up, let's move south here, because if I remember correctly, it's not here apparently. This was the shed in the light world that was bombable. But here in the dark world there's also a bombable shed, as you can see. This one is a little bit more clear that you can bomb it. But in here there's actually also something we can quickly grab. Single chest, 300 rupees. Thank you very much. Still need to do a lot of upgrades, so we can use that. For now, that is all we can do in Kakariko, or a thief's town. Oh, here we find a frog behind some skulls. He seems to be stuck because these are dark skulls. And just like dark rocks, we cannot lift those. So our froggy friend is stuck for now. And speaking of dark rocks, this dark rock over here is actually the whole reason why this portion of Hyrule is not accessible from the south. As you can see, we can't lift the rock, and it's the only way to get into Thieves Town. So Thieves Town from the south is locked out for now. But okay, we have another minigame house here. This is actually a bow and arrow minigame. A shooting minigame, a shooting gallery. For 20 rupees we can actually shoot at enemies and win some rupees here. This one is actually a minigame we can't play for a heart piece. Rupees is the only thing you can win here, so it's not required. But I do like to show it off at least once. It's pretty hard to hit. As you can see, the hitboxes are pretty strict for this. Okay, there we go. As you can see, the moment you get consecutive hits, it actually works as a multiplier. That's the way you can earn more rupees here, but it's a pretty tricky minigame in all honesty, and not even required, so one time is enough to show this off, I feel. But it is another place where you can earn rupees. Okay, and another minigame that actually is required for 100%ing, because of that one giving you something we want. It's actually down here. At the location where the race minigame was in the light world. Here we actually find a digging minigame. Welcome to the treasure field. The object is to dig as many holes as you can in 30 seconds. Any treasure you dig up will be yours to keep. It's only 80 rupees to play. Very expensive minigame, but definitely still worth it, because usually you can earn those 80 rupees back quite easily. We use our shovel to dig up a lot of holes here, and all of these will actually have some random prizes in them, as you can see, or simply nothing. Rupees, magic pots, all the random things you can find here. Usually it's pretty easy to dig up at least 2 red rupees, and therefore saying you earn your 80 rupees back quite quickly. That's not the reason why you have to be scared for this minigame, but the reason you do want to be scared for this minigame is because, of course, one of the prizes is a piece of heart, and wouldn't you know it? In the final second I dig up the piece of heart. just like with the treasure chest minigame, it's random where it's placed, but there is definitely a piece of heart in this field, as you can see. And that's all we can do here. I was all ready to do multiple attempts at this, but at the final second I find my prize here, so we're already done with this minigame. Okay, next up is actually all the side questing we can do at the northern part of the Dark World. With this we actually got everything on the south, but there's actually also a lot of things in the north of the Dark World. So for that we actually want to return to Thieves Town before we actually... You made me miss my bird, stupid soldier. But okay, let's go back to Kakariko and make our way to the Thieves Town warp portal so we can tackle the north end of Hyrule before we continue with our story. And immediately stop the episode because I can see my time is kind of running out. Okay, quick little detour to the Pond of Happiness in order to spend some rupees. Which is also going to be the final time, it seems. Because we are at 50, 70 was the final one. Okay, we seem to be done with that. And also with this episode, so see you guys next time. Treecks out.